Okay. Should be. Hmm. I'm not sure why it does that. Hi, Dawn. Can you hear me all right? I don't know how many seconds behind it is. Oh, good. Okay. Well, I'm trying StreamYard again. I'm not sure if I like it. Mainly because I can't zoom the camera in, and I don't know how to fix that. I'm not sure if it's part of the upgrade or if StreamYard doesn't zoom at all. I don't know. I'm getting a new camera boom arm today. Should be here later today, so I'll use it in Friday's stream. So I'm using well, not sure how to describe it. See if that did anything interesting. I'm using something that's not supposed to be. It's really, you don't use it for a camera. But I decided, well, I've got some duct tape. I'm going to make it be able to be used for a camera. All right, now I'm going to probably make you sick because I'm going to try to lower this. Yeah, it's one of those bendy arm things, which I'm so glad that I did not decide to get one of these for, actual streaming. It's something that we had. Really sorry. It's something that we already had, and I said, well, I'll use it as a temporary holder. It may just have to be good enough. Oh, I should show you. I should have shown this to you when it was higher up, but I got a new. It's like a giant mouse pad you can see the color better when I'm covering over this spot for some reason. Yeah, it's going to make it brighter right here. Yeah, I suppose I might as well try it. Like, you can kind of see it goes there and all the way over. There were a bunch of different ones, but I like this one. So I just thought whenever I don't have a book in the middle of it, that it would be kind of fun to look at. It gets darker if I cover that. What would happen if I did this? Yeah, I don't know. Let me flip it over, but I do like it. Yeah, I saw that Barbara was coming on today, and I said, oh, I would rather watch her for a while or the whole time instead of doing my own stream. So that's why I'm here later than usual. I'm trying to get low enough here where you can see the pencil work instead of yeah, I saw you were in there. She mentioned you. Oh, this is horrid. Why does it have to be this way? Okay, maybe I need to. I hate to move it while I'm on camera. It keeps falling over. It just wants to fall over. Still falling over. All right. I'm just going to have to make you sick again. I like it that there's a ring light here, and that's what actually attached it to. Whoa. Try not to flash myself. All right, I'm going to cover the camera so I can get this out of the ring light. And then move it onto this one. When I was in 5th grade, I got an award for being resourceful. And at the time, I really didn't know what that meant. But over the years, then I learned what it was. And I agree. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying sometimes I do crazy stuff in order to get what I'm wanting, or, yeah. It's just funny. See, there was that. Oh, no. You can't bend like that. Anyway, this was the ring light it was attached to. Put that way up there. No, I'm just so sorry. It's terrible. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there because I'm done playing with that. I'm so done. All right. This is Kingdom of Curious Creatures by Kanoko Igusa. It is one of my absolute favorite books. And I'm working on the, this is one side. I'm trying to navigate this camera in my face. I can't wait for that boom arm to come. It's going to be so much easier. It is a market, like a fruit and vegetable market. It would be fun if there was like a little pot of bugs or insects in here because, you know, all these animals can eat that too. But anyway, I digress. And I'm following a tutorial by Coloring with Elena. I'm one of her, like, there's 3 or 4 levels. I'm like the second level of her Patreon, and I wanted to color one of her pictures. I had actually originally was going to color a different picture this month, and when I opened the book and I said, "All right, here's the picture I'm supposed to do," I just wasn't feeling it. I mean, it's very cute, but I had already done a fall type picture over here. You can't see it because it's on the other side of the page. Um, it's in my completed pages for January, and I just, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. So, hey, Jennifer, I am so glad you missed all the joy. Poor Dawn had to suffer, but she is none the worse for wear. She's okay. um, yeah, I'm getting a new boom arm thing set up for my camera. It's actually made for this camera. While what I've been using is not made for a camera, and I used some of this painter's duct tape. And I was changing the where the camera was on this thing that I have it on, and I didn't work very well. Hey, Yana. I usually go for 9:30 on Tuesdays and Fridays, but Barbara Colors was on. I think you were in her stream. She comes on at different times, and she happened to come on today. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yes. My weeks are messed up. Yes, it's Tuesday. My days, poor days. And I wanted to watch her instead of coming on, so I said, "Well, I'll wait until she's done, and then I'll have a stream." I am in Central Time Zone. You use a boom arm that it clips to a shelf. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right now, what I have it on is something that clips to a shelf, but it's not made for a, webcam. It's made for a phone. I suppose I could have used my phone instead, but I didn't think about it. Yeah, it is almost 11 Central right now. And I usually come on about 9:30. But Yana, I didn't come on because Barbara was on. I think her times are different from week to week, so I don't I don't remember her being on Tuesdays before. Anyhow, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people use their phones, and I've used it in the past, but I've got this webcam already, so I thought I'd use it. And then I use my phone to look up stuff or to see what the picture looks like. Oh, look at that. You can see the ring light. So the thing that it's on is meant for a phone and it has a little ring light on it. I'd really rather have a big ring light. Um, I saw one that has like a tripod with it. I don't need the tripod, I just need the light. And then I can screw it into the new boom arm I'm getting. Um, yeah, although if you do, I'd suggest getting a a boom. I call it a boom arm, but it's just a one of those bending arm things. Anyway, something made for the webcam so that you can screw into the little threads that it has instead of troubling yourself with tape. Yeah, this ring light isn't bad, but it's really not good for probably coloring a page. Let me see now. Connie comes on today, right? Yeah. Okay. So I will just, hey there, I will get this straightened out. So when somebody streams, oh, that's January. Okay. I've got my little February. And I haven't written down. Um, See, I would have known if I had moved all my stream schedule down here. So, see, she comes on Thursdays also. Okay. Well, we're almost down to here anyway. I'll write her down. It seems I can remember when Shannon and Tanya are on, but for some reason I can't remember when Connie's on. Yeah, so I'll write that down. And Emily is on Wednesdays too. Wednesday mornings. And then over here is Shannon. And Tanya. And Emily's over here. Oh, I should ask you, since you're here, what day is Angela on? Or what time? See, I've just started to catch hers. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't even ask how everybody was. I'm fighting some fatigue today and I just can't remember everything. Things to ask. That whole camera ordeal was okay. Tonight at 8, sometimes Thursdays. Okay. So I will put Angela down here at 8. Sometimes Thursdays. All right. So there we go. Ooh. I was going to show you. Here's my list of. See, I'm working on one of these. All right, this is a 2-page spread, so it's to me it's going to count as 2 pages. So I'm not going to do this 2-page, and on top of that, I finished a page in. Wait a minute, that's January. No, that's February. Yeah, finished a page in Garden of Fairytale Animals, one in Symphony, a Circle of Life picture, Rooms of Wonder, Creative Haven, and Asian. I got the Asian map and Wonder Worlds yesterday. So I'm doing go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this one right here, I'm just going to press through and finish it because I do like the little. This is the one with little foxes in it. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. All right, this is the market scene in Kingdom of Curious Creatures, and I'm following Elena. I'm following her tutorial on it. Instead of using Prismacolors, I wanted to use polys because I haven't used them in a while, and I knew that there'd be a challenge with the blending because it's a layering pencil. It's not a nice blendy, waxy pencil. And so I thought, well, I'm going to be a lot better at using polys when I'm done with these pages. And I just, wherever my book is that I've got it listed. Hold on. Yeah, this is my coloring notes page. Sorry. It's too hard to move my camera right now. I wrote down what she was using for this first section, and then I went and found with my giant conversion chart cards what I would use in Faber-Castell. Some of these didn't have a direct conversion, so I just played around with it and found out it's it's good enough for me that if I lightly use Bistray, it will come out close enough. And some of these, like warm gray, didn't have a conversion, but I like this one. Sienna brown, I think, was one that was close enough. Eggshell. So eggshell, when she comes to that one, it's going to be 2 different ones. And the espresso, it was directly converts to the walnut brown. And I decided, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. I wanted to use all polys on this if I possibly can. So this first one I've used the first section. I've used Caput Mortem. Is it really pronounced that way, Caput? All I can think of is, just an expression. That's gone kaput. And then I'm using the Bester? I thought it was R-E. Oh, it is in French or German. Whatever it is. All right. Anyhow, this is what it is. Using that. Well, there we are. I can get some better light. And the other magical thing I'm using though is the full blender, the Caran d'Ache full blender. And I was playing with it yesterday. Oh yeah, this broke. This was like 2 days ago. I don't know what I was doing, but it went. But that's okay. Anyway, I was playing with it with another page I was working on, and I said, "Ooh, that works nicely. Why don't I try that on here?" Because I know this is used by many people with many pencils, and I thought it might aid in blending some of this. And so that's what I've been doing. That is what I'm working on right here. So, let's see, I think, not sure if that starts. Let's see what she does with it in her picture. Oh, portraits. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about portraits. I'm not a I don't really like doing faces. I do not really like doing faces. Yeah, I'm just I don't know if it's that I just don't know how to do it and I don't care to try to learn to do it. Um, Maybe it's looking into people's eyes that creeps me out. I suppose I could do ones where the um, the face that I'm working on isn't looking at the person coloring it. I don't know. Even when I started art years ago, I didn't like it. Let's see, that's interesting. What is it about portraits that people either love to do them or they don't like to do them at all? Probably there are people um, that don't like coloring animals, but I like coloring animals. Knowing Elena, probably in this picture, she's going to come back with some Posca and mark off some of these black lines. Oh, yeah? Okay. Mona Gates and Karen Valentine. Yeah, I suppose I wouldn't mind learning to to do portraits or to color them, but if you gave me a choice of all right, you can color animals or you can color people, I'm going to go with animals. Probably need to get a little darker here. What I've heard from other people and my own experience is that you can't really push hard with polychromos because it kind of backfires on you if you do. You're not going to get get the dark. You're not really going to get darker. You can really only get darker if you layer it. Oh, if you had a choice. Okay. So, butterflies and flowers or people. Now, I'm thinking you'd say butterflies and flowers. I know you like flowers. Oh, Yana, very good. Yeah, I saw that in my cart, not cart, in my orders that it would come today. That's good. You're welcome. Yeah, I know it's a layering pencil. I kind of layer anyway, but I think learning to blend with these is something I need to do. And so that's why I'm using this, using these on this picture. Oh, good. Yeah. Actually, I don't even have that book that I sent you. It's one that I wanted to get, but I didn't want to buy it in November. So it's on my list to get for next month. But here I am doing a springy type picture. I just wasn't feeling the wintry picture. See, I practice. You can see that. This is my paper that I use to put behind pictures, and I always test out stuff on this one. So that's why you see all that color. Linda Ravencroft. Why does that sound familiar? Does she do? I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Does she do Creative Haven books? Oh, fairy. Yeah, I'm not much on fairies. Again, that's probably because they're people. Well, people-ish. They're people-ish. Hmm. Maybe if I go to YouTube. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. You're the odd man out? Very good. Okay. Figured out something that we're going to work better. Hey. Okay. Ravencroft. I've probably seen the name. Oh, I can't wait till that new camera holder comes in. Uh, Something else I kind of, I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but um, if I wanted to blend two pencils, yeah, blend people. Um, so I'm starting like this, and then I'm going to get a lighter. And then if I want to go over that, like this, sorry, was it that way? Yeah. To make this part lighter that I want to blend, and then I can come back over and kind of blend them that way instead of going the same thickness. I guess you could do that way too. It just depends on what you want to do. If you want to do like a gradient kind of thing like this, you want some of the light to still be there, then it's better to go, oh yeah, like, okay, now I know. So if I was doing that and I was coming up to it and I was trying to blend, well, see, I'm going to get this two separate things. But if I slowly build up the color, and go light, then you can see it's a nicer blend that way than just this way. With Prismas, you can actually do it like this and it all blends together. But these pencils are different. And that's one of the first things I've learned while doing this. Oh, Leslie, I did flip through on it. Oh, you did? Okay. Naughty fairies. I've got an Instagram, but I've put some pictures up there. But I'm not like completely, sorry, fatigue. It's fibro brain. It is, oh, what am I thinking about? I don't go over there that much. This one actually needs to be a little lighter. I hope the camera's not acting up. There's something else. Okay, so since I can't press hard with this and I need to build up the layer, if I was using Prisma, I could press hard and I could get the dark that I want. But with this Polychromos, I need to go over it again in order to get that darker color. Probably all of y'all know this already, but in case somebody watched this video and gets past the first 15 minutes without getting sick, maybe somebody new will need that. But it also helps me to remember uh, what I'm doing. And you can see the process of learning, which is always good. I don't get on it a lot. Move the age over. Move the page over. Okay. I got to move my phone out of the way. Yeah. When I, it'll be so much better when I get my bigger arm. So the arm I'm getting, would you like to see which one it is? Ooh, it's going to come today at 2. Perhaps. Okay. I'm hoping y'all can see that. Yeah. So this part can go 33 inches high. And then this part right here, this is 7 inches. And this is 12, 11? Yeah, something like that. Um, then it's got an extra little thread at the top that you can put a light, which maybe I'll get later. You can also take this bit off and make another one. So you could actually have 3. But I wanted an arm that I could move. So probably what I'll do is I'll make this tall, almost, I don't know, 33 inches. I probably only need to do it the second one length, and then put this one over. Okay, you can see how that is. You can put, well, I guess you can only put 2 things. Anyway, it's cool. Wow. So this person has a light here, and then their camera's pointing down. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I needed another light or not yet. It looks like you can even put a microphone on it. Anyhow, so you can move it around a lot of different ways, but it's stable. So that's the one I got. Yeah. I actually got a different one that I sent back because it didn't have this extension. And I thought, well, I could buy the arm by itself. But to me, it sounded better if I just went ahead and got this one, because this one you can make it taller. The other one only went up to about 24 inches. And this way I can make it taller. And gosh, my hand is really shaky today. So that's how that is. Thanks for letting me know that I needed to move my page over. Gosh, I'm really shaky today, so I'm going to do it this way. Yes, you are. I just love watching your videos on the watercolor. I'm like, wow, I might actually be able to do that. And I put it in a post. I said, you got to go watch her. She's very patient with you. Now, if I was right there in the room, you might not be patient with me, but okay, let's try left hand today. I might just not get it and you go, Leslie, 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 please just stop, just stop. Let me show you for the 5th time. Yeah, I have some glittery watercolor and then I have some regular watercolor. So I don't know if, oh, all this stuff is in the way. I don't know which would be better. Or both. Maybe I'll try both. Oh my goodness, you don't have to send me paint. You don't have to do that. I was going to ask what you thought of the Arteza watercolors because they're a little bit less expensive than the other kind. I'll show you I'll show you what I have. And I don't think I could remember the it was just a cheap set. It came it came in this nice palette. It's just a cheap set and it's got some glitter in it. Glittery paint, which was actually nice. I know I did a swatch of these, but I don't know where it is now. And so I've got those. And then I have my sparkly ones. I like these. These are cheap ones too, but you can see I did a swatch of those and they are really super cool. They're not like Clearo paints. I mean, that's like the Cadillac or something, but it actually came in this plastic deal, and I wanted this case because I love starry stuff. So I cut it to go down into here, and that's where it is. Anyhow, I like that. So I've got paints I can work with. I've got one I was using for gouache, but it didn't keep them from drying out, and so that's why I got the other one that you suggested. Well, you know what it looks like. Oh, you have a lot of paint. Yeah, when I was looking for watercolor, I didn't know if I would like it or not, so I kind of just went with um, something that had a variety of colors and it had good reviews. I mean, you can look up cheap ones and they have terrible reviews, and then some cheap ones that have nice reviews, good reviews. Okay, I will. Oh my goodness, those are so nice. Cool. Awesome. Now, how do I DM you from here? Do I just click on your name and, oh, wait a minute. Put user in, oh, I can put you in timeout. You better be nice. That's funny. Okay. I'm not sure how to do that on here, but I'll figure it out. Oh, well, I just go to your channel and message you from there. Cool. Thank you so much. If I like them enough, which I'm sure I will, I can give these other paints to my little cousin. She's a budding artist. I gave her my set of Sioux colors, and she really liked that. I had put them in a certain order. No, I'm not sure that. Okay. Color family order, and I had gaps in the pencil holder, and I said, now you can put them any way that you'd like. And so she just shoved them all to one side of, like, they call it a page. She put them, instead of all the gaps that I'd left for different color families, she just shoved them all over, and so there were no gaps except at the end. And I said, that's okay. That's okay. In my head, I'm saying that. They're your pencils. You can put them any way that you want. And she just loved them. I gave her a coloring book, and she just went to town on it. Yeah. Ooh, I am getting hungry. Hungry, hungry. I'm limited as to where I can put my book right now because of the camera situation. So I have to keep changing hands. Hope that doesn't freak anybody out. Now, it would be freaky if I put my feet up here and started coloring with my feet. Then you might say, well, I'm not sure I want to watch her channel. It's too much. It's too much. Yes, I've got my water right here. It's really good. And I'm trying to drink more water because it's good for me. But also it helps the munchies to stay away. I mean, I still do snack, but I may have some other health things going on, which we'll find out in another week when I do blood work. That's better. Let's just use. There it is. Couldn't find my pencil. Um, yeah, I'm just having some weird symptoms that I probably don't want to talk about it on here. Maybe when I text you, message you, I can tell you. And it's nothing that is life threatening or anything. It's just, we just need to figure it out. Just need to figure it out. Concentrating. What I really want to do is flip this book sideways. But then it's not going to stay centered, so because of where the camera is. So we will just struggle through. I'm not sure why I got into the habit of eating lunch at 11:30. Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks. Did you see this earlier? This is a giant mouse pad, and I was going to try some other things like, what do you call it, shelf lining, but I didn't want it to stick on my table. And then I said, well, why don't I look up a poster? And I was looking at posters because, well, I could tape it on, but it would look good probably. And then I was running into these giant mouse pads, and I thought, see, this is the back. It really stays on nicely. It doesn't move. Um, and I thought it would be too soft to work on or something, but if I'm doing the only time that I would have a page directly on here is if I was using a PDF, and I could probably just put it on a stack of cardstock, and that way it wouldn't, smush into the mouse pad. Anyhow, so I thought, cool, I can have this background in my pictures. Yep. So this one that I'm working on here is from Elena, Coloring with Elena, and she uses. Ooh, I see what she's doing there. She is using Prismacolors, and I am using Polychromos because I just needed more challenges in my life. And I am using a full blender I can't find them separate on Amazon, but did find them. It comes with the other blender, and I might just get that. Yeah, yeah. I could do a clipboard. I've got a clipboard. Um, but I'm finding, and I was looking at all these great PDFs, and I think, how many PDFs have I actually colored on? And I know some pictures you can't get except by PDF. And anyhow, I was just thinking, well, I like the idea of being able to put it on whatever paper that you want, but then I'm finding myself printing out a bunch of stuff and not using it, not coloring with it. Do you? Gosh, I'm so shaky today. Oh, and it's not for my shaking. I should have realized what you were asking. My shaking isn't from lack of food. My shaking is from tremors. They're called uh, gosh, now I can't think of the name. Familial tremors. I was going to essential tremors. Yeah. So familiar tremors are basically essential tremors that run in the family. So I'm not. I mean, I am hungry, but that's not why I'm shaking. I mean, I'm not that hungry. I am not that hungry. I just keep flipping hands. Mm. I definitely use more books. Yeah, yeah. That's why I got some of the books is so or pages so I could print them out. Maybe it was the only page in a book I liked, and the artist actually had a PDF of just that one page, and I got that. And I have done a few things, but there's something about a book that's, I don't know, even if the paper's cruddy, I don't know. I should just work on. Maybe I should make a challenge for myself that I need to finish at least one PDF a month. Probably a good thing. Yeah. Oh, do you? They are. And if you're using a wet medium on them, the ink comes off unless, I know you have to let it sit for 24 hours or something. Um, so if I'm careful, I won't run into the lines. But yeah, I've got them in a folder. Some of them aren't, but most of them are. And yeah, I just need to probably get them all in the same folder and just decide, okay, I'm going to do this one this month and not worry about what medium I'm using. Just if I use a wet medium, just be careful not to touch the lines. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But also, I tend to shake less when I'm able to move the book the way I want it to. Then I can move it in a way that my hand can deal with it. All right, I'm going to do an example. See, I turned the book, but now you can't see it, but it is easier for me to color this one spot. Yes. Yeah, thin coats. I agree. Um, I do like using thick layers, so there's not as much water. But it would just depend, I guess, on gesso. Oh yeah, that's right. I made some gesso, some clear gesso, and I think I used it once. But if I bought a bottle of it, now why is it that me making it causes me to use it less? I don't know. It's just weird that way. Yes, yes. Yes, I am too, Yana. I usually stream until she comes on and then well or about I usually go like 9:30 to 11:30. That way I can eat lunch and then sometimes I eat lunch during hers too. But I like to be able to color when she's doing her thing. That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to. Hey, call me Callie. I'm just over here making a mess. Ooh, my little light just went off. That's weird. I'm definitely not used to how these blend. So this doing these two pages with polys is going to help me to learn better how to do it. Thanks. Oh, I'm using polys. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just learning how to use them better. Mostly in the past, when I first got these, I used them um, for like dark lines that I couldn't make without without a good tip on it, a sharp end, and then areas where I didn't need a blend. But like skies, I tried to use it for skies, and I said no, I need this to blend faster. So I'm going to use Prismas. Fur was another thing I could use them on. Thanks. This is Caput Mortem and Bistre. It was the closest thing I could get to what Coloring with Elena was using. She was using Prismas, and I wanted to use Poly, so I converted it over. And the seashell pink was what she was using, and I couldn't really. There wasn't a straightforward conversion, so I had to find a pencil that that was close enough. And the Bistre, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but the Bistre was if I used it very lightly, then it would make something close to seashell. Now I'm going to go back and darken up some of these. Hey, Robin, what you doing? I apologize for the shaking. It's not looking like I want it to. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, thanks. Ugh, I like it too. Gray. Okay. 70. Did I not write down French gray? I thought I did. Alright, French gray 70. Warm gray 4. Not sure I didn't write that down. Gray 4. That's warm gray 2. Here's warm gray 4. Okay. Every time my husband goes out the door, our big dog wants to go, and she's like, "Oh, I want to do that." I like that she's using her comparison chart she's made. Oh, thanks. Yeah, here it is. So it ended up being 2 of the small rings, and then I put the big ring on there to keep them together. Um, and it starts out with prisms at the top, and basically I just took Karen's on Colorful Country Life. I took her big comparison chart, and it was annoying for me to keep flipping pages back and forth like that, and hard to see sometimes. So I decided to put them on these, and I'd already been using these for swatch cards. And um, I said, hey, one day I said to myself, hey, I think I can actually use these to do a comparison chart kind of thing. So that's what I did. And I used the pencils, obviously, used the pencils that I already had. And sometimes I found a better one to convert it to, or that I liked better, and some that I didn't like at all. I just said, oh, well, I won't use that one. And then there's a few in here that I have, like you've got to use these 2 colors in order to get this one color. Sorry about that. It's hard to remember where the camera is. I'm trying to give an example of, I know it's in here somewhere, because I just did it yesterday. That's close. This one was close enough, you know. And here's the B straight that I use. Use lightly, and you'll get something close to sienna brown. I could have used like the gold in the Artex, but I wanted to try to just use polys. Well, somewhere in here there's one that I used. Well, it's a different set, but if I use leaf green and black from the Black Widows, then I could get something close to kelp. It's very, very close. So that's how I did that. Anyhow, I thought about photocopying these, and but if somebody wants them, then I could do a flip through or something. I don't know. You can decide on what you want to do. So that's what I was doing on that one. Now we're using a gray to kind of darken the darks. Darken the darks. I'm not sure if I like how that's working. Maybe it's okay. Gotta remember not to push hard. Do you hear my dogs barking? Thanks. It took me a long time, but I was determined. Well, I say a long time, several days. It wasn't a week. I just worked on it whenever I could. Like if we're watching something and I didn't need to see the picture or the TV to follow it, the story or the talk or anything like that, then I would do it. It was good to do when I was just too tired to color. Thanks. And you could use it for any of them. Um, I thought about doing another one to where like the Faber Castell would be the top one. I'm not sure if that would be too much trouble. But I could photocopy these, put them down and several on a page, photocopy them, and then cut off the top and put it down here so that the Faber Castell would be the top one. And then where it didn't have anything, then I would just not photocopy that page. So it wouldn't be a ton of them that I would be doing. Like this one, I wouldn't be able to do that. Although I could turn it into the ones that aren't used on this. Anyway, I think stuff like that, of doing these crazy things, crazy projects that would just take ages to do. But right now, most of the time, people are using Prismas, and they're just the easiest to convert. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea, Callie. I could do that. Ooh. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll see y'all later. I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you over at Connie's, okay? Bye.